everyone, and welcome to Akron Buzz. Our guest here in the studio right now, Ray Horner, who does mornings on WAKR Radio, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every weekday.
Yep.
Welcome. And,
Thank you.
Thanks
for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. And
Yeah.
welcome to the Akron Buzz studio.
Thanks for having me.
It's an easy walk.
It is.
Right.
20 yards, I'm here.
Sure. So a lot of exciting things happening at WAKR right now. Certainly on the FM dial, it's a simulcast. So this is exciting. How did this all come to be? And you're on 93.5.
Yeah, so really the idea of this started to get in place about a year ago. It takes a lot of time, effort to kind of get these translators going.
Sure.
And basically what we have done with 93.5 FM is taken the WAKR 1590, which everyone has grown up and loves.
Sure.
And we've put the same programming on 93.5 FM. Now, what that has done for us is it hasn't necessarily expanded this gigantic reach all of a sudden, but in the region, what it has done is filled in some spots, and it's also introduced a whole new radio audience, I feel, in WAKR, because WAKR in 1590 has a certain audience. A certain age group doesn't even go to AM anymore.
Right.
But what we've been able to do, and one thing I'm really proud of, and our staff at WAKR is really entrenched themselves into Greater Akron. So what we've done with 1590 and now 93.5, introducing a whole new audience to the FM side of what we do, and that is really carrying the flag of Akron.
And you've been doing the morning program since 2001?
December 27th of 2000.
Oh my gosh.
Was actually my first day. I was in the Pennsylvania market, the Erie, Pennsylvania market over there. And I remember taking the bulbs, opening my oldest daughter was opening up her presents under the Christmas tree on December 25th, and my wife was putting the ornaments into the box to pack to come over here on the 26th, and then I think we started a day later. But we were getting ready to come, and it was exciting. I remember when Nick Anthony and Tom Mandel finally approached me, and Ed Esposito, about coming over here. I had talked to some people about the greater Akron area, and I remember one gentleman, he was the president of Allegheny College at that time, and he said, you know what, you're gonna love that market. He said it's one of the best kept secrets.
Sure.
He says there's so much to do. There's arts, there's sports, there's recreation. It's wonderful. You know what? They were exactly right. We absolutely love it here, and we've been here for 20 years.
As a young person getting into broadcasting, how did your passion for sports broadcasting and for community affairs, the kinds of things you're doing with the morning show now, how did that passion develop for the format that you do and the format that you love?
Well, go back to when I was in school over in Dayton doing the mornings. I really wanted to do sports broadcasting at that time. I can go all the way back to when I was in high school, when I was visiting the guy doing the local game. We've all, done those stories and such. But when I went to Dayton, I was able to do some Pacer games and Flyer games and that type of thing. And then that has always been a goal of mine. But obviously, when you're working in certain markets, you have to do other things. So then when I was there, I was the sports guy in the morning, and then ended up falling in love with morning radio. I was in a smaller community in Meadville, Pennsylvania, that really was the heartbeat of that community.
Sure.
And all of a sudden you realize how cool this is to be kind of the voice of your community in morning radio. And luckily I've ended up here in Akron when I've been able to take some of those skills and some of that passion that I've had in my early days of radio, which was in the early 80s, and bring them here to Akron since 2000. And I absolutely love having the Akron mayor on and talking about the marathon and the Mum Fest and this high school football team and this recovery here, this construction here. I love being, hopefully, everyone's thought process when they think of Akron.
And in the back of your mind, it is the legendary WAKR with an incredible history in Akron since...
I'm honored to be part of their history.
And how does that translate to the talent coming up through the ranks? For everyone from interns to promotions to... there's a wonderful lineup right now on WAKR. Talk about your coworkers and with Jason Sokol or Brad Russell or different... tell me about all of them and share with our audience the lineup.
Yeah, Jason is a young, talented guy who does the middays, that has a political point of view, but also touches on Akron's heartbeat. And then when you got the sports talk in the afternoon, we really try to tout Akron sports, whether it be the Rubber Ducks or whether it be the Kenmore Garfield football team or whether a coaching change, University of Akron, Kent State. You know, because in today's day and age, you can get the latest information on the NFL, MLB, the NBA at any outlet you want in the next 20 seconds by pulling up your phone, right? But what they can't get is the latest quote from a coach whose Kenmore Garfield team is 3-1, and they haven't been 3-1 in 10 years, and you can get that coach on the air with them. And that's what we try to do. What we do in the mornings is we try to be the heartbeat of information in Akron, and I think what we try to do translate throughout the day with these guys and these personalities is continue to be the heartbeat of Akron in all different areas of entertainment.
WAKR reinventing itself and stepping into the modern era with just incredible programming and all kinds of an incredible contribution to the community.
Reinventing itself, but not forgetting the past.
Absolutely.
I mean, WAKR has been there for folks in Akron for almost 100 years, if you think about it. And here we are still informing the folks in Akron today.
Sure. And of course, not related, but the WAKR antenna came off of the First National Tower. And of course that broadcast system hadn't been, that transmitter hadn't been used in how many years, but everybody said the WAKR tower is coming off of the building, but the WAKR tower is somewhere else, I'm sure. It's probably out in some other location, not on the...
Coventry Township.
In Coventry Township, there you go. Well, I appreciate you taking the time
Thanks
to come on.
for having me.
Lots
Proud
of
to be part of your
exciting things
show.
happening at WAKR, and glad you could be with us.
Thank you.
Ray Horner, mornings on WAKR, now on 93.5, and of course always on at 1520.
1590.
Or 1590. The original AM is there to stay.
Correct.
Simulcasting. Was there ever any branding confusion when there was a move to say, well, what's going to happen to AM? What's going to happen to AM is a whole other discussion, isn't it?
It is.
So we won't do that, but thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.